As soon as I walk in and walk into the dorm area, I hear pop, pop, pop. And me and another guy, another resident in here, jump out that side window right there and run. One of the guys who got shot, he come down here with us. I called 911.
What's up, guys? What's up? Welcome once again, guys, to another video. Thanks as always for tuning in. And protocol, let me let you guys know, appreciate if I am for you to take time out of your busy schedule to join me in another video. All right. And also let me remind you guys to please like the video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already done so, hit that notification bell, and comment, guys, and let me know what you think. All right. We gladly appreciate your comments, and your feedback. All right. So, guys, the mayhem continues, guys. The craziness continues. And meaning all these shootings that are going on, and this past weekend was definitely no exception. Where we had multiple, shootings all over the U.S. So I have a couple of them that I'm gonna be speaking about today. So this first one, guys, that I'm coming with, was a shooting at a homeless shelter. All right. So a man was arrested and charged in a shooting rampage at a homeless shelter that left 2 people dead and 2 people wounded. Police responded to an active shooter situation at the Harbor Home Christian Center in Henderson, Kentucky, around 7:40 p.m. on Thursday. When police arrived on the scene, they found 4 victims with gunshot wounds, one of whom was already dead. Another victim died after being transported to a local hospital. Police in Henderson identified Kenneth B. Gibbs, 37, as the man arrested in the deadly incident. He was identified by witnesses at the shelter, and this is a picture of the crazy person that did the shooting. So Gibbs was found late on Thursday night at Kinsey Park, walking around a softball field. He was still armed with a handgun when he was taken into police custody. Arbor Home describes itself as a safe haven for men in need, according to police. Gibbs and all 4 victims were residents at the shelter. Gibbs has been charged with 2 counts of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. The victims who died have been identified as Stephen Wathan, 67, and Chad Holmes, 44. The 2 wounded men have been identified, but authorities say both are men, one age 33 and the other age 41. They remained hospitalized in stable condition on Friday. Police have not determined a motive for the shooting, but did give some context of the situation. It is my understanding that there was a chapel service that just ended, just prior to the shooting, and this said Henderson Police Chief Sean McKinney. Governor Andy Beshear addressed the shooting on Friday morning. Our thoughts and prayers are with Henderson this morning after a senseless act of violence took the lives of 2 people and left 4 injured, said Beshear. So, guys, as always, we have to keep the families and loved ones, friends and loved ones, in our prayers, and say condolences and to the family of the victims, and for those who were injured, speedy recovery. Because in these times, boy, the only thing we can do, guys, is just pray, and ask God to continue to keep us and protect us, right? So, as I said, the craziness continues, guys. So this next story, this one, another shooting, right? So this one happened in Houston. where a gunman kills 3 after he set fire to an apartment building, and all sort of craziness. So guys, I'm gonna be letting you know how this one happened also. Okay, a man wielding a shotgun allegedly killed 3 of his neighbors after setting fire early Sunday to multiple units at a Houston rental complex, including one he was recently evicted from, apparently to lure the victims into an ambush, police said. So guys, he set the place on fire, and as the residents, were trying to get out of the apartment, of their different apartments, he started shooting at them. And as I said before, he killed 3, so others wounded. So guys, this person that you're looking at on your screen, he is the alleged suspect of the shooting incident. So let me get into this now. The suspect, described as a black man in his 40s, was shot to death outside the burning residence by a police officer who arrived at the scene as Houston firefighters came under fire and were forced to retreat. Houston Police Chief Troy Finner said at a news conference on Sunday, the suspect, unfortunately and very sadly, very evilly set fire to several residences, laid in wait for those residents to come out and fired upon them, Finner said. The episode unfolded just after 1 a.m. Sunday morning in a southwest Houston neighborhood. Finner said the suspect, whose name was not immediately released, was recently informed he was being evicted from his room, but Finner said a motive is still under investigation. He has been a long-time resident here, and that may have been a trigger point for him. I don't know, but that's part of the investigation, Finner said. The chief said multiple 911 calls were made beginning around 1:07 a.m., reporting a fire and a shooting. Fire crews arrived at the scene before police and encountered gunshots, causing them to retreat, said Assistant Chief Michael Meyer of the Houston Fire Department. As our firefighters came in the crossfire and they retreated, they still focused their attention on possible victims inside the structure. There were 2 that they were able to pull out, Meyer said. Finner said a 7-year-old veteran of the Houston police force arrived at the scene after firefighters came under fire. Finner said the officer saw the armed suspect in a prone position in a parking lot across the street from the blaze and fatally shot him. Our officers arrived and took action, and for that I am very proud of him, Finner said. The officer, whose name was not immediately released, has been placed on administrative leave pending the outcome of an investigation, he said. Finner said investigators found a shotgun with a spent shell lying next to the alleged gunman's body. He said it remains under investigation whether the man fired at the officers before he was shot dead. So he said 2 white men, both in their 60s, were fatally shot and perished at the scene. A 3rd gunshot victim, he described as a black male in his 40s, was taken to a hospital where he was pronounced dead. He said a man in his 40s or 50s was shot in the arm, and another survivor was injured running away from the scene. The landlord of the multiple unit rental complex where the fiery ambush occurred said in Houston that the suspect had lived in the complex since 2013 but did not pay rent. The landlord who asked his name the landlord who asked that his name will not be published confirmed that the suspect was evicted and had turned in his key on Saturday. Among the victims killed in the episode was the property manager of the rental complex, according to the landlord. So guys, as I said, boy, the mayhem continues, guys. and it seems like it's getting crazy and crazier, as time goes by. It's I don't know what's going on. So we just have to, as I said before, guys, we just have to keep praying and ask God to protect us, and we also have to keep our eyes open wherever we are, wherever we go. We have to keep open. And I can't say this enough, guys. For those people who like to, be walking around in the malls and supermarkets and, places like that with their heads down in their phones, these are not the times to do stuff like that. You have to be aware of your situations now more than ever, guys. It's getting crazy. So keep your eyes open, guys. All right, and hope for the best. All right, so that's it for now, guys. Blessed love, peace. All right.